Hey guys, what's up? It's Pat here from Mountain Sledder. I'm here today with Sean and we're out ripping around on this 2021 Yamaha Mountain Max. This is the 165 track length and 3-inch lug. So we've been really fortunate this year to be able to spend all winter so far on this unit. Yamaha sent it out to us to enjoy riding and put through its paces, and that's what we've been doing. So we've been kind of out riding it, collecting our data on it, and just mostly enjoying it. And it's been a lot of fun. Tons of snow out here, a lot more than we actually expected. The road ride in was awesome. It was a blast, just everybody weaving back and forth across. We're staying out of the Alpine today because the avalanche hazard is a little bit elevated, but we've been having a really good time down low on the roads, playing along on the sides of the roads, just playing through these cut blocks that are here and having a great time. So we just wanted to talk a little bit about our impression of riding the Mountain Max. As you know, for 2021, this is the new first year for Yamaha to come back into the two-stroke segment in the mountain sleds. So we're excited to be out here and spending a little bit of time on this sled.
Hey guys, we're riding the 2021 Yamaha Mountain Max here, 165. Conditions are quite nice today. It says like 3 feet of soft snow and not a lot of rider compaction here, so it feels almost bottomless. I've had the sled basically to the bar all day, hasn't skipped a beat. Getting pow over the bow, hitting the face. Sleds are pinned all day. It's a good time. I'd call it firm pow. It's not the champagne powder we're used to here in Golden, but it's still pretty dang good. We rode probably 20 kilometers of fresh snow on the trail in today. It's a real treat to ride on untouched soft snow. Handles very easily, takes hardly any pressure on one side of the running board or the other to get it going. And yeah, it's quite easy to handle. I like it. So for an 800, this thing goes pretty good. It makes good power. It's got a great track. It hooks up. It's obviously not in the class of 850 and 850 turbo. That's a whole nother league, but this thing gets around just fine. It's impressive for an 800. Yeah, the chassis is good. This thing side hills really well. Hardly any effort to hold your side hill. If you want to cut back and go uphill, really easy. I find it naturally comfortable. Some sleds I ride, at the end of the day, my shoulders are hurting because it takes such effort. I don't find it on this. And it is a nice natural riding position. The handlebars are a good height, I would say, for the majority of riders. I'm 6'4". I find it good. The throttle is really nice. I actually do think it's the best throttle out of anyone. It's small, so it has a short cable pull, so your hand's not fully stretched out. I don't get hand fatigue. Brakes comfortable. This hard mountain bar, I'm not a big fan of that thing. I think you could smash your Adam's apple or your face off that pretty hard. I think you go somewhere softer, that might be better. So sometimes it's just the simple things I enjoy, and one of those is this little glove compartment here. It fits goggles, gloves. I actually had my sandwiches in there and I kept them toasty. I don't know, it's impressive. It's warm. It's drying my goggles out right now. And yeah, keeps things warm all day. One of the bonus features of this Yamaha is the Fox QS3 coilover quick adjust. It's very simple. You know, I run basically 2 or medium all the time, but for trail or something, you want to adjust it. Just a quick turn, softer or firmer, whatever you like. Yeah, these shocks feel quite good. The coilover and the piggyback for factory suspension, I think it's pretty good. Easy to adjust. If it's firm landing, you're sending it. Sticker on 3. All day use, 2 is pretty good.
One of the really key points that I've found on the Mountain Max is the way that it sort of goes on edge and is very stable through rough snow. Like if you're hitting old tracks or rutted tracks. This morning, for example, on the way in, going through some really deep ruts in kind of heavyish snow. I really found that it's really stable and holds it stable through those, so you don't really get a lot of feedback through the handlebars. You're not really getting tossed off balance at all by those ruts that can sometimes grab you when you're riding. It's just sort of really smooth and buttery through all that. And I'm not sure how that works, if that's something to do with that single beamer suspension and the way that works, or if it's just sort of the QS3 and all the geometry of the spindles and that front independent suspension. But it's really cool. And something else that I really enjoy about it is when you get it up on the side hill, it's sort of very predictable in a sense that, again, you're not really getting tossed off line very easily. It's quite stable. Feels good in the sense that I'm not being tossed off my line or, you know, spinning out so much. I've just really enjoyed the way that it handles on all those sort of off camber situations. So Sean talked a lot about the ergonomics of the sled. He talked about the QS3 suspension in the front, the coilovers, and also in the rear, the QS3s are there as well, and the lockout. I like to run my suspension soft, so usually I run it as soft as I can until, you know, I'm bottoming out. So if I take, you know, use that full range of suspension once or twice on a ride, then I feel like I'm in a pretty good zone there. I usually run these things on 1, and I find that's good for me and the kind of riding that I'm doing. And once, you know, we get into spring and those harder snow conditions, we might have to bump that up to 2 just to take some of those harder impacts. But so far I'm enjoying it on 1. Sean clicked it up to 2. He likes a little bit more of a stiffer ride and maybe a little bit more feedback that way. So that's how he likes it. But the beauty of it and the QS3 coilovers is that it's super simple to switch. You turn the knob and you've got soft, medium and firm settings. A couple of things that I really enjoy is the electric start. That's pretty awesome. The battery, I think, is buried, I believe it's buried in here somewhere, which I'm not sure if that is part of why the seat is so large. But I'll tell you what, it's very comfortable. And you could have a little nap out here or just really get in a very comfortable lunch eating position for that. Talking about the size of this back area, we have a little storage pouch back here that is actually quite huge. You can store a ton of stuff in there. We've got a belt and gloves, and we've got a tool kit and a repair kit and a tow kit and a water bottle, and it's pretty sweet storage. And I could be wrong, but I think that actually just comes with the sled. Anyways, they gave it to us, so we're pretty happy to make use of that. So yeah, that's it right now for our experience so far this winter. The winter's still young, so we've got lots of riding days ahead of us. But as it stands, we've really been enjoying this 2021 Yamaha Mountain Max in the 165 track length, and those 3-inch lugs just chewing us up some steep and deep stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. Please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. We appreciate that. And as always, you can check us out on social media. We're Sledder Mag at Facebook and on Instagram as well. See you next time.
Oh man, a lot of snow. Ah! Just chewing on that thing. Ugh. You can tell there's a lot of snow here. It's up to my waist.